great week at Dallas Preston Road. That song always reminds me of when Seth and I were in a band together. Yep, we were just, a brief era of our rock days. Anyways, also, what a fun Saturday. I have to tell you guys, if you did not come out because you thought it was going to be too hot, we were blessed with this amazing breeze that just cooled us across the pavilion. It was such a wonderful event. It was so good to see everybody's puppies and children and spouses, and it was just such a fun time. Shauna, what a great job you did coming up with that idea and organizing it and everything. So yes, if you think I'm trying to make you have FOMO, indeed I am. Indeed I am. We did miss you though, for those of you who were not there with us. All right, so this week, our affirmation of the week is I am a disciplined person and I build strength in all areas of my life. I'm a disciplined person and I build strength in all areas of my life. All right, let's see you off mute. 1, 2, 3.
I am a disciplined person
and I
build strength
in
all areas of my life.
All areas of my life.
So I believe that many of us might struggle with this affirmation because deep down, we do not believe that we are disciplined people. I rarely meet somebody who's like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Teresa and I'm a highly disciplined person. Even the most disciplined people tend to look at all of the areas of life that we are undisciplined in and focus on that, but understand that nobody was born disciplined. Nobody, none of us, none of you, not even the most amazing little tiny creature that your grandchildren and your children, none of them were born disciplined. We had to incorporate discipline into our lives. And I love this affirmation because what it says is I build discipline in all areas of my life because I'm building strength. There's a correlation between discipline and strength. So here's the question that I want you to ponder today, and that is, are you living your life or are you leading your life? Are you living your life, which I do recommend you also do, but are you leading your life? So there's a book called The Follower Effect. It's by Dr. Tony Bridwell, and I've talked about this book several times. I had him on the Upside podcast with me, and we're reading it now as the Emerging Leaders Table group. And we had a great discussion last week at our meeting on that. And his whole premise of this book called The Follower Effect, it is a leadership book called The Follower Effect. Have you ever heard of another leadership book with the word follower in the title? Right? No, because oftentimes we think that those are two opposite things, right? You're either a leader or a follower. We tell our children, don't be followers, be a leader. And yet the whole idea on this book is that in order to be a truly effective leader, you must become an effective follower. As a matter of fact, the best leaders, the very best leaders, are those who have learned how to follow well. The best leaders are those who have learned to follow well. So going back to my question, are you living your life or are you leading your life? And if you say, I want to be somebody who leads my life, might I propose to you that you must become someone who follows well? That we'll never be able to graduate to leading others and leading people if we don't lead ourselves first. And you will never lead yourself if you don't learn to follow well. So the word disciple or the word discipline, I think sometimes we think discipline and it feels so punitive, right? It feels so negative. It feels like punishment. It feels like coercion. It feels so, black and white, strict, boring. I'm a disciplined person. Oh, whoop-de-doo-dah. We all got into real estate so we can have variety and do our own thing, right? We're not necessarily loving the word discipline, but the word discipline is also the same root word as disciple. What is a disciple? A disciple is a dedicated follower. So if we are going to be disciplined in our lives, I would propose to you that we have to be followers. So what are we followers of? Right? If we're talking about being disciplined in every area of our life, what are we following? What are we following? Are we being reactive or are we being intentional? Are you following a plan? Are you following a model? Are you following a habit stack? Are you following a plan? Or are we just being willy-nilly? Whatever happens, happens. I might grow, I might not grow. I might have a better relationship with my husband. I might not. I might be a better mom. I might not. My kids might turn out good. They might turn out criminals. I don't really know. I'm just going through life, just doing my thing, right? And I think a lot of times we have disciplines or are disciplined in certain areas of our life. And my challenge to us is that when you build discipline, when you become a follower in all areas of your life, they bleed over into each other. When you win in one area, when you become powerful and strong in one area, you can allow it to bleed over into every area, right? If you have no energy, if you are sick and you are not healthy, does that not affect your performance every day at work? 100%. Does that not affect how you show up for your kids after a long day? 100%. It all melds together. So are you following something? Are you being intentional in every area? So think about your spiritual life. What are you following? Specifically, who are you following? But in my life, I have a discipline. We go to church. Why? Because it creates a structure that we're following so that we are positioned to grow spiritually. I read my Bible in the morning. Why? Because I'm filling my spiritual energy tank. It's a discipline to help me be stronger spiritually. In your physical health, right? What are those disciplines? What are those habits? What are you following, right? Are you just every single day walking up to the refrigerator and going, what's in here today? Guess what? You're not going to do well, right? Are you planning ahead? Are you thinking and being intentional around what you put into your body, around getting to the gym, around moving it, around exercise, around making your body create more energy? Just so you know, your body can create more energy. If you don't have enough energy, you have to train your body to create more energy, and it's going to bleed over into every area of your life. In your business, right? Are you just showing up going, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to just do something. We'll see who calls me. We'll see what fire I get to put out today. Bring, right? It's not discipline. Discipline is going to follow something. I'm talking to a bunch of huddlers today. You guys that make this a habit, you have put a discipline in your life of showing up at 8:30. Some of you show up at 8 o'clock and you go through the whole habit stack. It is a discipline to create strength in this area of your life. You're being intentional. You're being purposeful. You're not being reactive. You're not like, maybe I'll learn a new conversation framework today. I don't know. Nope. You know what? If you show up at 8:45, you put yourself in a position that you're going to cause yourself to grow and to get stronger. In your relationships, who are you following? What are you following? What model are you watching so that your relationships get stronger? Are you being intentional about those? Are you being intentional about your personal growth? Are you being intentional in your finances? Following a budget doesn't sound fun until you have no money. Then it sounds a little better, typically, right? But following a budget is a discipline so that we have strength in our finances. Having a plan for investing and what we're going to do with our extra income that we create, right? Having a plan and following it creates strength in our finances. So I just want to encourage you, this affirmation, I'm going to really challenge you this week to write down this affirmation and really internalize this one, especially if you resist and go, I don't think I am that. It feels like a lie. And then I want you looking for ways. You don't have to be intentional in everything. You don't have to be disciplined in everything. Just find one thing you can start following, one habit, one act of intentionality that you can incorporate into each area of your life so that you can move from being undisciplined to disciplined. And here's the deal. You will move from weakness to strength. You will move from weakness to strength. It'll be a beautiful thing. Rock stuff.